mess. What a mess wrapped in a disaster. Everything that can go wrong technically is going wrong right now at my house. But I'm here. Now I'm only 2 minutes late. Normally I have the stream created so that the thumbnail will be there for people to be waiting. Of course, that didn't work out. Then when I went to just go live, YouTube said, no, we can't recreate your stream. And I had to redo the whole thing with the thumbnail. I had to create a whole nother stream all over again. Trying to redirect my traffic to Twisted Wrister. YouTube tells me his channel doesn't exist. That's been the last half hour. It's been crazy. So that's what the monster is for. All right. Afternoon hockey. You guys know I love that, right? Let's find some cards to give away, shall we? While everybody's coming into the stream, let's find some Florida Panthers cards to give away, huh? Let's give away that one. That's been a while. That's a good one. Let's see. I gotta throw in a good. Oh, okay. We'll do the ex Panthers. Oh, that's another one. I got a whole lot. All right. Let me see. Who did I pick here? Let's go with that. Yeah, we'll do those three. Okay. Why the hell not? Nobody's here anyway, so I'm gonna give the cards to myself soon enough. No problem. All right. So we got Rangers and Lightning. Or Lightning and Rangers, if you want me to say the home team first. If I was a farmer and all I had were cows and chickens, I would keep the chickens, but I would bet the cows that Tampa's going to win Game 3. You hedge your bets a little bit, but bet the big meat, bet the big money that Tampa Bay is going to win Game 3. And that's no disrespect to the Rangers. But I just cannot imagine the scenario where everybody just stays home for months on end and doesn't go to work. I mean, I just can't imagine a scenario where the Lightning go down to a 3-0 hole. Can't imagine that. Only Bubba Brewski can pull that off. Only Bobrovsky and I got distracted. Jake is here. You hope they get swept. Brother. How you doing, bud? If Tampa Bay gets swept, I want pictures. I want to know who went to Vegas, took the Rangers to win in 4, and how much did it pay? Because that I can't imagine what the numbers on that would have been. I can't imagine what the numbers, just putting 100 down. The Rangers are going to sweep, and then they do. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Let's see. It all depends on the start. Whoever has the better start wins this game. Hopefully the Rangers come out on top, but it's going to be a hell of a Game 3. Yeah. Look, the last 5 minutes of Game 2, Tampa said, oh, that's right. They woke up. They absolutely woke up. And whether or not that was just temporary desperation or they remembered that, not every series is going to be hand-wrapped and gifted to them, we shall see. We'll know early on today. Boy, that building is going to be rocking, man. That place is going to be on fire. So, hey, Chris, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. All right, we got a few people. So the cards, I'll start off. You guys are already here, so you already know. I'm going to be giving away the ex-Panthers today. I got a ton of ex-Panthers, but these are good ex-Panthers. So we got right, and it's all the same Peaches, all the same branded card. So it's Riley Smith, it's Mark Pesic, and everybody's favorite James Reimer. So we're gonna somebody better win. Somebody better win. The stream just emptied. There's nobody left. Everybody says I don't want Pesic or Reimer. Jeffrey says you're waiting on the game. This is the most dangerous game. A good showing by Tampa breathes life into them. Yeah, man, that's exactly right. A 2-0, you're feeling good, but at 2-1, Tampa starts thinking, hey, we could do this. We can pull this off. You win today, and then you're thinking, all right, win game 4. We're even. We haven't lost anything. And I know that mindset very well because that's usually what the Panthers are doing when they make the playoffs. Somewhere around game 2, game 3, we're thinking, well, if we could just win 2 in a row and get even, we'd be okay. So I understand that mindset. I think I think Tampa's going to win game 3. I think Rangers take game 4, and who knows? Anybody's guess. Like 5 overtimes in game 5, because Tampa's not going to just go down, right? They're not just going to lay down, but neither is a Gallant team. So it's going to be really interesting to see. I think the Rangers coming in here, they just got to go survive this first 5-10 minutes, split in Tampa, and take it back to New York. And they may be thinking, just win it at home. Not that they want to lose here today, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out today if Tampa is really mentally and emotionally drained like they kind of look, or if it was just a hiccup and they still have one more cast in them. You know how when you guys go fishing and you say, all right, 3 more casts, and you do 3 more and you're like, I'll do the 1 more cast. And a lot of times that's when you catch your fish. That's what Tampa's on right now. They got 1 cast left. So they got to make it count. Jeremy says Bob and Weegar had no retainment for Koskinen. You can argue Edmonton wins the trade, though. Jeremy, did you? I guess you read the article. I guess you read the Patreon article. Yeah. All we got to do is convince Bobrovsky and his wife that Edmonton is better than South Florida. Listen, you had Bob and Weegar had no retainment for Koskinen. Koskinen's a free agent, though, I believe. I had this up earlier, or was it? No, it was on it was on the computer. I think Koskinen's a free agent. I don't even think that they can trade him. So, no, my deal was Bob and Weegar for Duncan Keith and a 1 and a prospect. Not because I want Duncan Keith, but salary-wise, if we took Keith and we split it in half and then we bought Keith out, it gives Edmonton just under. They only need to clear another $1 million to make it happen, and we would have room to make it happen. So all we got to do is convince Bob to go to Edmonton now. So you guys first. You guys try it first. Jeff says, regardless of who wins this series, how do you think the East teams compare to the Avs? In your opinion, the Avs are almost the definition of a complete team except the net. Jeff, that's the kicker. And the Rangers are pretty complete. I mean, some people might want to say that they're overachieving, but this is how a Gallant team looks. This is how a Gerard Gallant team looks, and he finally really, really has the personnel to do what he wants. I think the Rangers. I think if it's Colorado Tampa, Colorado's going to win. I think Colorado Rangers. I think Gallant will win his first cup. I think it's time. I think he's feeling it. He's making all the right moves, and I know a lot of people would disagree with that, but I think if the Rangers beat Tampa, they're taking the whole thing. Jeez. I think somebody just dropped a bunch of pots and pans out there in the kitchen. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Gators, but Bobrovsky's from Russia. He's used to cold weather. In fact, you can just tell his wife, we are going back home, and then just divert the plane. And no, Edmonton is in Russia. Just convince her. It's the same, sweetheart. It's all the same. I want my daughter to have the same experience I did growing up in the snow and building snowmen and stuff. We can make it work. Right, Jeremy? As for Gian Sherratt, your opinion? Cup. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they don't want to be Florida Panthers. We don't have the money. I mean, maybe Sherratt. Who knows what Zito's thinking? Sherratt would be a reasonable replacement for Weegar. Obviously, it would cost us a lot less money. So, we got to know what we're doing to coach. this coaching thing, just every day, just dragging on. And for all we know, Zito's not going to make a decision for another month. Hey, Mod Ravens in the house. How you doing, bud? Good to see you, right? Jeremy says, let's be honest, if Philly was still competitive, G wasn't moving. Yeah, good point. Jeff, yeah, you like it. Yeah, it could work. It could work. But I want film. I want film of Bill Zito asking Bobrovsky. I want film of Sergey. So we're thinking about trading you. Would you waive your no move clause to go to Edmonton? And I mean, we assume that the South Florida, of course, he loves that and everything like that. But if he wants to win a cup, if that's what his real number one thing is, Edmonton's not a bad. Bobrovsky and Uyghur would solidify Edmonton a bunch. So I don't know. Maybe I'm pissing in the wind, but if Zito makes that trade, you heard it here first. We'll put it that way. All right, let's see. Raven, you don't know what series is, but you'd like to see Tampa swept. Right. I know. I'm trying to be nice because of all the Tampa Bay fans. Let's just put it this way. If the Rangers win, I'm hoping Gallant gets his cup. Let him get it out of the way now, too. The last thing we need is the Rangers. Follow me here, Panther fans. The last thing we need right now are the Rangers almost beating Tampa. And then Tampa ekes it out. And now you got pissed off Rangers with Gerard Gallant next year in the conference. Tampa wins their third in a row there, and then they're crispy, done, burnt, right? Worn out, right? And now we got to deal with the pissed off Rangers. So yeah, I don't think a sweep's going to happen. I don't see that, man. Hey, Anthony, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. Raven, you think Bergey's gone? Maybe. I mean, that team had a hell of a run, man. That team had a hell of a run. Nothing lasts forever, though, right? Wait till Panther fans figure out that it won't last forever at Barkov and Huberdeau and all of those guys. And then not like what are we going to do? When are we going to be, when it's 5 years down the road and those guys are getting aged, right? I mean, Lundell's a nice piece. Spencer Knight is a nice piece. But we don't have a ton of young up-and-coming talent, and we don't have any picks. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. Anthony says, for the new coach, you're between Trotz or Ken Hitchcock. I hadn't thought about Hitchcock. I'd have to ask Stu on that. I'd rather have Hitchcock over Torts, right? And maybe even over DeBoer. I mean, Laviole's out there. And then you start getting into the weeds with these retreads like Claude Julien. You may as well, and I'm not saying he's Andrew Brunette. Obviously, Julien has the experience. But at some point, if you can't get the guy that you would really want, you may as well bring back Brunette. But Hitchcock's not a bad idea. Hitchcock's a name. Yeah. But I'm all in for Trotz. It's so weird because Trotz and Torts the names are so similar. You know what I mean? Killer Miller says, sorry, not sorry, but Tampa can hit the can this round. Please and thank you, right? Yeah, Jeff, sorry, not sorry. Hey, Chris, how you doing, buddy? All right, let me see. I gotta put the glasses on to read it. Chris Z, thank you, sir. Today is the big 30 for me. Any chance I can get a birthday flag from Yeah, man. Yeah, sure. Absolutely, man. Happy birthday. And no, it's not everybody else's birthday, too. Plus, Chris just paid for the shipping. So the flag is free. He paid for the shipping. Kinda. Hey, anyway, happy birthday. 30 years old. It's all downhill, brother. Let me ask you a question, Chris. This is a genuine question. Have you woken up yet with that aching pain that won't go away? And you started wondering when it's going to go away? That's a true question. Oh, empath for life. I appreciate that. Cheers from Canada. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah. So, Chris, genuine question. Because one day around 29, 30 years old, you wake up with an ache or a pain, and you think, that's strange. I didn't do anything. Why does my shoulder hurt? Why does my elbow hurt? Why does my ankle hurt? You could just wake up with a sprained ankle and be like, I didn't do anything. And then you figure, it'll get better. And it will. And then when that one leaves, you'll wake up with another ache and pain somewhere else. And before you know it, you're just completely used to the aches and pains. And then because they never stop coming. They never stop coming. And eventually they just become part of your life. And then your hip hurts and your knee hurts, so you walk funny, so it causes your other knee and hip to hurt. It's a lot of fun. It really is. So happy birthday. Yeah, brother. FlyingFluffyHockey@gmail.com. Just send me your information. I'll get you something out. Maybe you'll win today. By the way, the cards, we're giving away ex-Panthers today. All right? We're giving away a trio of O-Pee-Chee ex-Panthers. We've got Riley Smith, we've got Mark Pesic, and we've got James Reimer. And I saw Steve in the house. Yeah, Steve, how you doing? Where was your notification? You thought my bum ass was sleeping in. I had technical issues. No, seriously. Like I created a stream, and then when I'm trying to redirect everybody, I'm trying to redirect to Twisted Wrister. My YouTube is telling me his channel doesn't exist. I got everybody else's channel I can redirect. So I was chatting with Nick for a while, and then we couldn't figure it out. So we'll work it out tomorrow. And then I went to launch the stream, and it's like, no, we can't create the stream. And I had to start all over from scratch. So it was a hot minute. The last 20, I ate 3 cookies. The last 20 minutes were so stressful. I ate 3 cookies. So that tells you I'm going to get fat now. All right, let's see. Anthony, can I read your last comment about the Lightning and the Rangers fans? All right, let me scroll up. Let's see. Where the hell is it? Oh, here we go. Honestly, I would rather have the Lightning win the cup again because at least their fans are humble and they don't brag about it all the time. You can't stand Ranger fans. They're too arrogant. They've all been nice. Everybody's nice to me in the comments of the videos. That's what I judge. That's what I go by. Everybody's nice to me in the comments of the videos. I tend to not have the experience of other teams' fans that everybody else does. I don't know why. I don't know why. But Ranger fans, they're nothing like Philly fans. Philly fans, Philly fans could be like 20 games under 500, and they say, we're going to kick your ass. I know that's not Philly. It's not New York. That's like a Boston guy that moved to Philly and then like moved to Canada and lived in Florida. But the point is the Philly fans are worse. At least the New York fans will be good and arrogant. Like Philly fans, they could suck and they don't care. The Eagles can be 0-6, and they'll be like, and they'll tell you how the Eagles are going to kick your ass. All right, scroll back down to the bottom here. Where did Chris go? There he is. You put the email. Oh, put the email in the chat. All right, hold on a second. Let me put my email. Let me type it. It's going to take me a half a minute. Let me just move the mic out of the way for a second. And I put the glasses. This is ridiculous. What I have to do to get the typing. Flying Fluffy. That's hockey, Eric. Nobody knows who Eric is. I spell it right? Yeah. There we go. I left a comment. Congratulations, Jaws. There you go. That's the email, guys. All right. Steve, YouTube didn't give you a notification. YouTube's look, Steve, they almost did it to me again last night. Remember the other day I was up to 1:30? They did it to me again last night. The first upload just it uploaded and it's stuck in processing. I said, I know I'm not sitting here uploading it 5 times this time. I created a new file, went and took a shower. That one uploaded and processed fine. YouTube has been wonky all week. I mean, like every day I'm having like problems. So it's YouTube. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know if Elon Musk bought YouTube too, but They're having issues. Bud says, Shying Guppy. I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. GB. Yeah, you can't believe we traded a first, a fourth, and a prospect, brother. A 1, a 4, and a kid. Because we threw in the kid so that they would take some of Sherrod's salary because that all went down right before Ekblad got hurt. We blew out for Toronto and we gave up all that for Sherrod because we wanted to make room for Giroux, and then Ekblad got hurt and we didn't need the room because of LTIR. But we'd already done it. Let's see. Just Me says, Rangers fans arrogant. You haven't won anything in 28 years. Has it been that long? You know, it doesn't seem like it's been that long to me because I remember when they won, and it was right as the Panthers were coming into existence. So that was from the first year as I was really, really paying attention to hockey, in depth. And the big thing was, the Rangers finally won. The Rangers finally won. So my POV since then has kind of been like, well, the Rangers won. They won a cup, right? But I hear what you're saying. 28 years is a long time. Jeffrey says, Rangers 4-3. Tampa can't score more than 3 on New York. Be interesting to see, man. Raven, the Phillies are in baseball are below 500. They fired the coach and won one game with a new coach. Blame the old one. That's perfect. That's perfect. Let's see. Steve says, YouTube doesn't like me, brother, because of my undying hate for Uyghur. You can't think of any other. Hey, Nick's in the house. Twisted Wrister. How you doing, bud? Pat Maroon goal incoming. Oh, jeez. We ain't playing the Panthers, Nick. Pat Maroon only scores against the Panthers. I know he doesn't get a lot of goals, but every time we play Tampa Bay, there's at least one time during the game where I get a text from Stu, and the text is, it had to be that son of a bitch Maroon again. How you doing, Nick? I still couldn't find your channel, brother. It would not work for me. I'm going to send you screenshots if I can't figure it out, or if YouTube can't figure it out. I'll send you screenshots of what's going on my end. We'll get it figured out. Everybody, when you're done here, just switch right over to Nick's channel, Twisted Wrister. He does the in-game live commentaries. So if you want to see somebody who was hoping the Panthers would win, call a Pat Maroon goal against the Rangers, he's your guy. He's absolutely your guy. Ryan Lomberg's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Hey, Ryan, I bet you would have fun. I bet you'd fit in with Gerard Gallant and the Rangers just perfectly, wouldn't you? Right? Don't go thinking you're sneaking off. All right? You're ours. We need you. Fat Pat is better than Cooch, man. Eric says, do you mean the first time Vancouver destroyed their city because they didn't win the cup? Oh, man. There's been some crazy sports moments, man. All right, let's see. Anthony says, you live in Sarasota, but the major representation in terms of out-of-state hockey fans is New York Rangers, and they talk so much trash even though they haven't made the playoffs the past decade. I was looking at land to buy about 5 or 6 years ago when we first moved here. I was looking at like buying some old property and fixing it up. And this guy who was selling it was from Philly. And we started talking hockey and everything like that. And he was this was only 5 years ago. Was it dead or 6? Whenever it was when Yager was still with us. Because deadpan, he's like, the Panthers are still in existence? I thought they moved. I thought they're still in existence. And I'm like, yeah. And Yager's playing for him. And he's like, really? Yager's still playing? Now I get the surprise about Yager still playing, but this was a man who knew his hockey. We started talking hockey, and he was shocked to find out that the Panthers were still around. So that kind of tells you, north of North Carolina, the attitude about the Florida Panthers until we got good. Hey, Kyle, how you doing? Go Rangers, man. Yeah, Ryan, Fluffy is the dog. I love it. Jeff, I hope so. Reeves and Maroon, right? Come on, let them fight. But Maroon don't want to fight. That's what I think. Maroon pays off the refs before the game and says, "Hey, let me shove Reeves around and see if I can goad him into a penalty, but I don't want to fight. Stop him." He says he pays the refs for protection. That's what it is. And he says, "Look, I'm going to start some shit, and then when Reeves goes to grab me, just get in between us and call a penalty on him because I don't want to fight." I don't know. That's my conspiracy theory for the day, man. Let's see. Bud the Monkey says, remember when we had the conversation of who was better, Marchman or Lomberg? That was beautiful. I missed the Panther pregame streams. This is fun, but everybody was showing up with Ryan Long. At one point, we had Ryan and Marchman and Sergey all in the chat at the same time. That was great, man. All right, let's see. Funny they had so much hate, but they barely played each other during the regular season, right? Steve says he should know his own conference. What a stupid fake fan. They don't pay attention. When look, the team play fans of teams that have been good for a while usually only pay attention to the teams that they may be playing in the playoffs that year. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm not saying he was ridiculously smart, but he knew what was going on for the most part. But he only knew like Flyers, Rangers, Bruins. He knew everything that was going on with the northern teams, but he was in shock that the Panthers still existed. Kyle, good question. Do I think Kane gets suspended on the hit for Kadri? I think he should, to be honest. And I know that sounds like I might be playing the result a little bit because Kadri didn't come back. But you got to figure because of Kane's history, 2 games. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Look, nothing would surprise me. No suspension wouldn't surprise me. One wouldn't. If he gets 3, I'd be surprised. You figure you figure 2 is fair, so he'll probably get 1. When are they gonna do that? That should come out today, right? I mean, they got to play tomorrow, so you would have to know today, right? Bubba Brewski, yeah, man. Raven, do I like the trade that you sent? Did you send it? Where'd you send it, bud? Was it here? Was it the email? Was it the Discord? The Discord keeps logging me out on my phone. I'm gonna make it public. I'm gonna make the public Discord before the finals, Raven. So you're gonna have your work cut out for you over there because all my haters are gonna be able to join then if I make it public. Name all 32 teams. Oh Jesus. Jesus. Come on, I probably can't even name the whole Eastern Conference. Hold on, let me Google it. I don't think I can name all. I mean, I know which teams are in existence, but geez, that would take the rest of the stream for me to remember that, man. It would take the rest of the stream up for me to remember that. Let's see, Ryan. You can't believe we got swept by a team with Nick Paul playing on their second lines. Yeah. Ryan, what happened, man? Ryan, what's the player's opinion? Should we dump Brunette? You guys want Trotz, right? Ryan, right? Let's see. I see somebody's asking me something. Chris says, please explain something to me, Jaws. I don't understand. Why do I want to send Bob to Edmonton? He was our best player in the playoffs. Chris, did you watch the video before I answer that? Because did you watch the video I made about how Uyghur could be the key to a trade for Bobrovsky? Long story short, man, is as soon as you start really looking in depth into the salary cap situation we're in, Spencer Knight's on an expiring contract, Chris. This is the last year of Knight's contract. Where's the money? He's not going to get a ton of money, but where's any money? So we'll just start there. Uyghur's on an expiring contract. There's no money to sign him. We're going to lose guys. And I was basically responding to the rumor that Elliot Friedman says is true, that we've been trying or are trying to move him. So I'm just thinking out loud of places that could use him, um, that would have a need. And though I know he's never going to waive it and go to Edmonton, Bobrovsky and Uyghur makes Edmonton pretty damn solid. And they've got 7 million in cap space. They could find ways to make it work. So it's not about wanting. It's about I'm being realistic about the situation we're in cap wise and looking at the possible things that could happen. Now I see Steve says name them up in alphabetical order. Let's see. Steve, how you doing, bud? I appreciate what did he say? Says keep Uyghur's name out your damn mouth. That's funny. That's funny, Steve. That might be the funniest one you've come up with yet. That might be the funniest one. Ryan Roddy's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. You like Bob in Florida, but you still say they need to go all in on a blue liner this season. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like Ekblad. I love Ekblad. I like and love. There's got to be a word in between like and love because I more than like him, and I'm not so sure I love the guy. But whatever that is, I have those feelings towards Aaron. But he's not like nobody's afraid of him. You got to have one. You've got to have a shut down, big, tough defenseman. And Radko Gudas is tough, but he's not exactly shut down. So I don't know. Maybe we got somebody in the minors. Somebody had mentioned somebody in the minors in the last stream when I asked that question. And that's the thing, guys. Drafting, right? I mean, we're running on a core here. Lundell has been successful, but past Lundell, when's the last recent draft pick that we've had come up? And I mean, and play well. Uyghur, right? Barkov, Huberdeau. I mean, it's all free agents that we've got. It's all free agents and trades. We got Barkov. We got Huberdeau. Lundell we drafted. Mammon we drafted, but obviously you don't. And Ekblad on defense. Is there anybody else on defense that we drafted? Uyghur. Ekblad Uyghur. That's it, right? So, I mean, there's only so long you can fill the gaps with free agents and trades. At some point, but what I'm saying is players that have made the transition from the minors to being successful in the NHL. It's very, very limited. And Lundell's the last guy in the Panthers to do it. But that's one guy out of how many of the last year? When was Uyghur drafted? Think about that. When was Uyghur drafted? And since Uyghur, the only guy that we have on the roster that we drafted that's really contributing is Lundell. Unless I'm really mistaken. Well, night 2, right? But even then, we're still, I mean, he's not playing, right? 4 points in 7 games. All right, so I'm missing some chat here. Steve says Ekblad's not even a top 5 D-man on the Panther. Oh, Chris, you and Gudas have the same birthday, right? Ryan, the Panthers, the Tampa just seduced the Panthers with strippers. What do you guys think about that? Don't you guys think that if the story was true, we'd have pictures? I can't get past that. All right. Let's see. NHL top 5. Raven, I'm reading your NHL top 5. Huh. You like Riley, huh? Hey, Richie. How you doing, bud? Jake, you think it's stupid that people even entertain that rumor? Right. I mean, look, I get the guys that did it. They wanted to get their 5 minutes of fame. Fine. But it is just stuck around as an innuendo now, and it's been weeks. And look, if they had pictures, I'd believe it. Even though deep fakes can, you could deep fake anything these days, right? But without pictures, you can't tell me they were at a strip club, and it was supposed to be multiple Panther players. You can't tell me that multiple Panther players were there at a strip club and nobody took a picture. Come on. Come on. Not even outside. Like, okay, you're not allowed to take pictures in the club, so you waited outside and they left and you got a snap. Nobody? Then don't buy it. Exactly. Never forget the strippers, right? Strippers are Vasilevsky's secrets to success. Ryan, yeah, especially since it happened on the back-to-back, right? Yandel and Tippett. What did I miss? Or are you saying was Yandel and Tippett at the strip club? That'd be funny, right? Yeah, you wish me had Makar. Exactly. Twisted. Let's see. Speaking of top 5 defensemen, Keandre Miller is having outstanding postseason. All Rangers D-men, but 70. He is, man. All you do is hear his name. Although, didn't he take a pen? He took a penalty the other day that wasn't. Am I right there, Nick? He took a penalty the other day that wasn't great. I think he was in the box. He did. I think maybe it was a high stick. I might be not remembering that exactly right. But look, that's a Gerard Gallant team, man. For the most part, they play smart. They really, really play smart, and you look at what happened to Vegas when they got rid of him. I mean, I know they still made the playoffs, but it's been downhill. I don't know what the hell's going on in Vegas. They get rid of Gallant. They throw Fleury to the Wolves. I don't know what the hell they're doing in Vegas. It's almost like they don't want to win. I mean, they had a great thing going there, and now they can't. They're out of the playoffs. Everybody hates them for doing what they did to Fleury. I used to like Vegas, and then I don't know, man. All right, let's see. Yeah, now they're in the dark ages, right? Yeah, they're in deep. They're not going to be good now. This year was bubble, but now they're not going to be good. Steve, I don't think so, man, because they still made the playoff. This year was the only time that Vegas missed the playoffs. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they actually did better after they fired Gallant the rest of that season. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but that's my memory. That's my memory of it. They fired him not this season, but last season. This season was the first year they missed the playoffs. Pretty sure. Let's see. Stupid Seal says, yeah, urinating tree. Kyle likes to watch him. Made a video about Vegas and explains the situation perfectly. Kyle's been telling me to watch that one, so he knows he's smart. I'll have to watch that. Nick says, good point about Gallant's defense. He was able to maximize D-man contributions in Vegas with guys like McNabb, Miller, England. Yeah, man. He took some not good defensive. He took a mixture of guys and made them decent. He really did. Eyes. Let's see. Thank you, sir. Fluffy, what happened? Was someone mistaken a homeless man outside a strip club for Joe Thornton? That's funny. Oh man, I wish somebody would have thought about that the day it happened. That's funny as hell, Eyes. That's funny. That's great. That's great. Yeah, that's funny. That's good stuff, man. Steve, yeah, they fired him halfway through. That doesn't count. All right, so let me give away these cards. Nick says, Jumbo says he loves Vegas, so he wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I wonder if Jumbo's going to shave the beard when he retires. What do you guys think? You think he's going to shave the beard when he retires? Oh, in fact, I'm going to make that the trivia question, but I'm going to make it subjective. So the answer is an opinion. The answer is my opinion. So whoever I think is going to come up with the best answer to this will win the 3 cards. So we got Reimer, Pesic, and Riley Smith. The answer is an opinion now. Nick. All right, here's the question. When Jumbo Joe shaves his beard, who's he going to look like? What celebrity will Jumbo Joe most resemble if he shaves his beard? First one to make me fall off the chair laughing wins. Who's Jumbo Joe going to look like? Stu. that's pretty clever. That's pretty clever, Steve. But is Stu a celebrity? Don't tell Stu he's a celebrity, man. Mike Keaton. I said fall off the chair, Steve. Mike Keaton. Oh, that's not bad. But that's not funny. That's accurate. Steve. He's going to shave his. Steve's getting rid. Steve, do you really want the Reimer and Pesek cards? Should I give it to Steve? Because he did make me giggle. But I said celebrity. You guys be the judge. Should I give it to Steve? I did giggle, but Steve says no. You son of a bitch. You don't want, of course, you just want to break my balls. I get it. Kanye's not bad. I'm a well, right now, unless somebody comes up with something better than Richie, I like Michael Keaton. Steve doesn't want it. Yeah, Stu is a celebrity in his head. You're not in the chat, are you, Stu? Davy Crockett. Oh my God. Now I got to look up a picture of Davy Crockett. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. Is it politically correct to call Davy Crockett a celebrity? Is that still allowed? Let me see. Give me an image of Davy Crockett. Now, oh my God. That's hysterical. Okay, Davy Crockett. We're giving it to Davy Crockett. Yeah. All right. Who was that? That was one. Yeah. We're giving it to Seal. Seal got it. Davy Crockett. That's original as hell. Richie, I'll send you cards too. If you send me your information over to email, I'll send you cards too. Not you, Steve. All right, you got something coming. Trust me, it's coming. All right. That was one bad, Steve. I hate that it was Seal. Yeah, Richie, send me your information. That is it. I'm just here to have fun today. You know what I mean? We're just here to have fun. But make sure when you guys contact me, remind me, Seal, remind me which cards you won. All right. So that's Reimer, Pesek, and Smith. Remind me, because I got stacks over here, and you can't expect me to remember shit. All right, let me get that out. All right, what do we got here? Well, we got about 10 minutes. All right. Richie, that's not a bad one. Keith Sutherland, too. That's not a bad guess, right? What did I miss? What did Nick? Some apples ready? Oh, that's right. Yeah. For Katana. Fluffy eats the peanuts. Fluffy absolutely just is addicted to peanuts, man. You didn't see what cards they were? Yeah, it is. You still have to take them. It's the ex-Panthers day, right? So it's Reimer, Pesek, and Riley Smith. And they're all the same series, they're all the same year. So it's like a little mini set. It's like a little mini set. They can't all be Pavel Bure in the blue uniform. They can't all be Pavel, right? All right, let's see. Ryan Roddy, that's a good question. Let's see. What are the 3 keys to the Bolts losing? Wait a minute. And avoiding a sweep. Oh, okay. So well, let's put it this way. How much did they pay the refs? Because they're going to need power plays. Because Gallant's teams are smart. They don't take stupid penalties. So how much did they pay the refs? How much do the Rangers start laughing at the Tampa Bay fans thinking they can get it loud in the Amalie compared to MSG? And how bad does Gerard Gallant want to stick it to the Panthers? You You don't think for a half a second. Don't think for a millisecond second that in Gerard Gallant's head is not, this is going to piss off the Panthers, something terrible. Do not think for a half a second that part of his motivation to beat the crap out of Tampa isn't coming from shoving it down the Panthers' throat. I guarantee it. All right. I would bet my van on that. All right. He ain't stupid. You know. And let's just say I know why he got fired. Let's just say it has recently been brought to my attention why he was fired. You cannot make it public, but let me just say that Gerard Gallant has a bone to pick. That's all I'm gonna say. I love Gerard Gallant. He is a good, strong man for um for not dragging a certain situation through the mud with the Panthers. He's a good guy. He's somebody you can trust, right? If you tell Gerard Gallant, hey brother, I need you to hold a secret, Gerard Gallant gonna hold a secret. All right. That's the truth of it. All right, let's see. Richie says, trivia, was there Uber when Gallant called a cab? That's actually a really good question. That's a good question because I don't remember seeing any memes about why didn't you call the Uber? Like that would have been an epic backclap, right? If Uber would have retweeted the question and be like, why did you call a taxi, man? Call an Uber. We would have picked you up around the back or something good like that, right? That's a really good question because it wasn't that long ago. But that's actually a really good question, man. Steelia says you're good at being stupid. Ice, when do they announce winner of GM of the year? I don't know. Don't know the answer to that. I know obviously they already did coach. I was glad to see Burnett not get it because just like Steve's mentioned, was it Steve? No, it was Jeff. I don't want to get you guys confused. Like Jeff mentioned in the video, if he wins coach of the year and then we fire him, we look stupid. So it wouldn't surprise me if the owners greased Bettman's palm and said, all right, we'll make you a deal. We'll let Q retire. We'll let Q resign. But you have to promise not to make Brunette coach of the year when we still win the President's Cup. Yeah, that happened. Buck Skull Gang, how you doing? But you think the Rangers win today? I wouldn't put money on it. I think the Rangers are going to win game 4. But if there's nothing. Look, it could be 4-0 at the end of 2, and I still am going to be thinking Tampa Bay is going to come back and win game 3. I will remain unconvinced that Tampa's going to go down 0-3 until the last horn sounds. So, speaking of predicting the scores, now yesterday I've been saying 3-2 overtime because I want an overtime game. Now, yesterday, if it wasn't for Mike Smith, I would have had my 3-2 overtime game. The game before that, I predicted 3-2 Tampa in overtime, and it ended up being 3-2 Rangers in regulation. So I'm getting close. So I'm going to do it again today. Tampa, overtime, 3-2. That's the prediction. Anthony says, if I'm ever into wrestling, if I was a big wrestling fan when I was younger, going to make me feel older. Rick Steiner's son is in wrestling right now, and he's the champion. Yeah, I'm old. I'm old. I'm old. It just is what it is. It happens, man. It happens for all, except Steve. Let's see. Steve says, yeah, it wasn't me. You don't get it. You had your own separate video, Steve. That you didn't. I didn't even make you share the stage with anybody. You had your own video. That's got to count for something, man. Bud says, who wins the Selkie, Bergeron, Barkov, or Lindholm? Give it to Bergeron. I don't think Barkov deserves to win shit. And I know it's not supposed to count postseason and all of that, and the voting happens before the postseason. Fine. But I think he should be sad. Barkov should be sad all summer long. No. Give it to Bergeron. it's not like it's not close. You know what I mean? It's not like Barkov run away with it. He just went out there and did his thing. He was injured. He scored a lot. I know he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. But damn it, it'd just be nice if he could show up in the playoffs just once. Just once. Hell, give me one Barkov game in the playoffs. Give me a game where you go, there he is. He can take over a game in the playoffs. I'll wait. All right, let's see. Steve says, I'm not old. I'm just experienced. You must be starting to recognize that you're going to be 30 and then 40 really soon, Steve. Jeffrey says 4-2 Rangers. And Richie says you think they'll sweep just like the Avs. Man. Like I said at the start of the stream, if New York sweeps, I want somebody on the internet showing the picture of the ticket that they bought in Vegas saying the Rangers were going to sweep, and I want to know how much it paid. And give me some. 10%. You could part with 10% of that ticket. That's going to pay some money. Hey, Colby, how you doing, bud? You forgot I was going live. That's okay. I almost slept through it the other day. I almost slept through it. And then yesterday, I was working. I think, okay, it's like 5:30. And I looked and it was 10-7. And I said, shit, I got to go do this. So it's all right. Steve says Barkov sucks. Steve says Bergeron doesn't deserve it. Give it to Lindholm. All right. Anybody but Barkov. Robin Richter. Hey, that's a cool name. You wouldn't happen to be related to Mike, would you? Is that why you're talking about you got the best goalie? You do have the look. I gotta say, my bad. During the previous round, I was watching Rangers and Canes, and the announcers were comparing Shesterkin to Vasilevsky, and they were saying that there would be an argument over who was better. And meanwhile, I'm watching Vasilevsky disperse my Panthers. And I'm saying, oh, what are they, Cocoa Puffs? Come on, I like Shesterkin, but Vasilevsky's far and away the best. And now I'm watching this series. Now, I know you could tell Vasilevsky's a little bit tired, but Shesterkin belongs in the conversation. He's got to win a cup. But he belongs in the conversation. There's no getting around that. Let's see. Electric Boogaloo. Is there anyone left in the Panthers organization who's responsible for getting Gallant fired? How can I put this? Everything starts at the top, Electric Boogaloo. Everything starts at the tippy top. That's all I'm saying. Jeff says, you think Tampa is going to be focused on the kid line today to shut them down? It's not a bad idea. It's not. They've got to play like they did against the Panthers. They have to constantly attack whoever has the puck. The Rangers got guys open in front of the net. They've got room to skate. Don't get me started. It pisses me off. I'm watching this series and I'm going, where was this Tampa team against us? Pisses me off. Don't get me started. Colby, you just realized the 30-year anniversary of Hurricane Andrew was coming up. Is it 30? Wait a minute. Yeah, that's right, 30. Because I had my 21st birthday party. My 21st birthday party was at Coconut Grove Baja Beach Club. It was a hurricane party / birthday party. Yeah. Huh? Who's got that combo? It was crazy. It was absolutely, and I grew up, I went to South Beach. I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Spring. I've done it all. That night, the Hurricane Andrew hurricane parties, it was Coconut Grove was the craziest I'd ever seen it. I saw stuff that haunts me to this day. It was a time. It was a time, man. I have to make a video on that. That's a video, but I'll get back on subject here. Zonk, how you doing, man? Yeah, seeing Vetrano hoist the cup will be really fun to watch, right? Now the question is Vetrano going to get the cup from Gallant or is he going to give it to Gallant? It's not funny. It's really as a Panther fan, It's not funny. I got to stop laughing. All right, guys, we're running out of time here. Real quick, let's see. Richie says, let's see what Cooper does. A great coach, and compare that to Brunette. Yeah, that's what I said in the last game. I said if anybody can figure this out, John Cooper. John Cooper, Tampa's got a great coach. So we'll see what happens there. Colby, he says, you think I mentioned the 21st channel on? Yeah. I remember that, man. Yeah, it's that. Thank you for reminding me. All right, let's see. Jeffrey says Rangers are in hockey mode, not having a long break like Tampa. That break obviously hurt them, man. That break must have obviously hurt them. Robin, I survived, but my brain cells, it was because if anybody ever went, I don't know what they do now. So maybe I'm aging myself, or maybe they still do the same thing. But back then, when you went to the clubs, they would have the dance floor would be surrounded by these huge speakers. There was the speakers would be right there on the ground, and they were like 4-foot speakers, and like all the girls would get up and dance on the speakers, and that was a normal thing, right? But they were doing this game that night where it's like the guys would get up on the speakers and they were playing like we were already in a hurricane, and they were pretending that these drunk girls were in the tornado, and the guys were getting up on the speakers and lifting them up like cheerleading style and just tossing them, tossing the girls into the crowd. And like some people were paying attention and catching the girls, and some people weren't paying attention, and the girls were going splat on the cement floor. That's just one thing. That's just one thing. It's unbelievable. It was an unbelievable night. One of the best nights of my life, man. All right, guys. That's going to do it for this stream, man. That's going to do it for the stream. Tampa 3, Rangers 2, in overtime. I don't want to sweep. This is too much fun. I want give me one long series, man. One long series. All right. Appreciate all the support. Thank you guys for coming out. I'll be back with the recap after tonight. Tomorrow, Stu and I will be back in the morning. Then we got hockey. We at least got hockey for one more day every day tomorrow. And then we'll see what Colorado and Edmonton do to us. So appreciate all the support. I'll see you guys after the game with the recap.